Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. And this video is just a chill video. It's just a little chit chat and practice some acrylic toes with me, you guys. I am really trying to put in the work in to practicing these acrylic toes, even on a fake foot. If I don't have someone to do it on, I'm still gonna practice because it matters at the end of the day. So y'all, I'm just applying the acrylic and from the classes that I've taken so far, if you look on my channel, this is what I've learned. The beads for the acrylic toe are drier beads. They're not super duper dry, but they're dry and they're really moldable. So as it's drying, you want to still shape and mold the nail. Um, and then what I'm learning from my personal preference, I don't like a super thick nail. It all depends on what you like and your preference and what your clients like, but I just feel like for my brand or just what I'm gonna be doing, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a super duper thick nail because I personally don't like a thick nail. I want it to look as seamless as possible and as natural as possible. So if I could get away with just a thinner nail, something that replicates a real nail, I'm gonna try to do that. If it has to be acrylic, I don't want it to be too bulky or too thick because I don't want it to just be seen from a mile away and be like, oh, that's a fake nail. So yeah, I want to add a little bit of confusion, a bit of deception. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all. So I'm just molding that acrylic and then I'm gonna do the same thing and go up towards the cuticle areas. And y'all, my camera had died, so I had to just finish that nail. And as you guys can see, it is not flat. It is very chunky. It looks very much chop shopish, and we're gonna get that together. But I'm on the next nail, y'all, and I'm just applying the acrylic. As you can see, the bead is drier, so it's not like oozing all over the place. It's not going like flooding the cuticle or anything like that. And this is the consistency that you want so that the nail can adhere. You can mold it and shape it to make it look like a real nail, and you can clean it up without being stressed out or overworking the bead. So yeah, y'all. And I noticed with acrylic toes, I like putting some acetone in the monomer. I feel like that helps also. And as you guys can see, like I applied this bead, but I'm still like molding it. I still have time to do so. I'm not really in a panic thinking, okay, it's flooded or the acrylic is gonna dry up. Like I got the perfect consistency, like literally. So I've been practicing and I feel like I'm getting better and better at that. So if you're a nail tech, if you're a new nail tech, or even like an older nail tech, y'all practice. Some people like to practice only on people. If you don't have other people to practice on, get you a fake practice foot and just practice. Even though this isn't a real person, the nail beds kind of give me space to be able to practice and build the nail plate. And I also like this foot because it kind of replicates how like a fungal toe would be or somebody with no toe with no structure. So this is basically me building and constructing a nail and I'm trying to make it look as natural as possible. And I don't want it to be like too perfectly square, but I just want it to be a nice square. But I want to work on the crispy, sharp square, so that's just going to take time. So I'm just trying to vet the natural toe for now, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going in with my brush and I'm also implementing using the middle of my brush to get it square. And then the beads that I'm adding to the nail are like really small manageable beads. As you can see, I'm doing the same thing, adding like a really small bead, letting it dry a little bit, pushing that in towards the cuticle area while trying not to flood the nail. And then I'm patting that slowly because I want that to go down the edge of the nail. That way it's not too rounded because it was way too rounded before. And I'm just giving it time to dry. And then I'm going to go into the cuticle area, tuck it in a bit so that it can be like really, really flush and not fly off. And then I'm going in with the side of the brush to kind of straighten it and make it straight. Straighten it and make it straight. But yeah, straighten it, y'all. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, y'all. And as I move on to the next nails, like I'm kind of getting like, the gist of it. And this is like my third time practicing acrylic toes. Like y'all, when I got out of nail school, I did not want to do toes. I was one of those people that's like, ill, yuck, disgusting. I'm not doing it. And now there is money in toes, so I'm like, I gotta put that to the side and help the girls get beautified because when your feet look good, you feel good. It just looks good. Like when you have a nice outfit on, you got your sandals, your heels, whatever it is, and your toes are popping. They're shaped nice, they look clean, they look cohesive, they're not cracked up, chipped up, just struggling. It looks good. So I just feel like this is a service that I had to learn, and I'm gonna keep practicing until I perfect it. And then when I start taking clients, I want them to be genuinely happy when it comes to toes, period, or any service that I do for them. But you know, I've really been falling in love with just the toe reconstruction, so I'm not mad about it. So yeah, y'all. So I'm doing the same thing with this toe, you guys, and I'm using like that part of the brush to kind of spread it out and push out the nail to flatness so that I can get like a good shape from it. And right now I'm having issues and I feel like this is my big downfall. I keep rounding out the nail like I'm pushing the brush in too much and not keeping it straight. So I have to practice on keeping the brush as straight as possible when I'm going down the sidewalls of the nail because I need it to look good. So this is the application, you guys, and look at that. When you're doing the toes, you gotta move around in the chair and move the foot around so that you can see because you don't want it to be super humpy and lumpy. I feel like the small toes are good. The big toe is what's like, And then it's cricket, but I don't have a stand that's holding the toe, so I can't really gauge it and see. Plus, I'm recording, so I'm gonna blame that. But it's something that I'm gonna actively practice and work on. So, y'all, you wanna go in with the medium bit and some people go in with the sanding band, some people may do extra fine, but when I see that it's pretty bulky, I want to do medium just to debulk the nail a bit and smooth it down because I do not want that super large hump. Some people like that look. Me personally, if I have the choice to make it flat as possible, I'm good, or as flat as I like it to be, I'm going to do that. If the person has a bulkier nail, even though it may be a little bit bulky, I'm going to try my best to make it look as natural and seamless as possible. So that's the goal for me these days. So I'm just going side by side, and that, you guys, to me, I love it. All of them are flat. If they're walking next to someone, nobody would be able to like really tell, like, okay, that's acrylic. I don't like the I could tell that's acrylic look. I just don't. So now I'm going in with the hand file, you guys, and kind of trying to take the nail down and sharpen up the square. It was still a little bit crooked, but it is what it is, y'all. This is why we're practicing. This is just me being a little bit transparent, y'all. I'm in my beginner stages of the acrylic toe, so this is like a new journey for me. But this was good enough in my opinion. It wasn't the best. I give the thumb or the big toe, not the thumb, sorry, y'all, the big toe. I give that like a 7. But as you guys can see underneath the nail is flat. It doesn't look like so huge and chunky. This is how I like it. But I give the big toe like a 7 out of 10 because it isn't as crisp as I want it to be and it's cricket. So I have to deduct a few points for that. But nonetheless, it still came out cute. Like I feel like it wasn't that bad. This is a good C. You know what I mean? It's average. It's okay, but I'm gonna get better. If it looks like this now that I've just started doing it, imagine when I keep practicing. By the time I do this for like the 10th time, I feel like I'm gonna have it down pat. So this is just, the jump off, okay? We're gonna get better. And as for French, you guys, I am not a French girly. That's another thing that I avoided in nail school. It was toes and it was painting. I wasn't even good at polish. So I was like, I'm just gonna be an acrylic nail tech. I'm not gonna have to deal with polish on the top coat and base coat, and I'm just not gonna draw on nails. I'm gonna do decals and stuff. That did not work out well for me at all, y'all, because you need to be able to do French when you're doing nails. Period. You have to learn how to do French. Do not skip over it. Don't think that you're not going to need it because that's going to be one of your money makers also. The girls love it on the hands and the feet. It looks beautiful. It's classic. It's timeless. And there's multiple different styles of French also. So you want to make sure you're abreast to all of that. So y'all, I've been doing nails for a little while now, and I'm so regretful that I skipped over toes and I skipped over French and I skipped over drawing on the nail period. If you're a beginner or if you've been doing nails for years too, like be a student all over again. Learn how to do those two things because those are going to be your money makers, whether you want to work in a chop shop or if you want to have your own suite. If you can offer French, you're going to get booked, especially if you know how to do it right. So, this is me practicing. This is not perfect, you guys. We're going to get there. But this is a huge jump from somebody who did not do any type of line work or painting at all. Like this was my hugest fear. I'm the encapsulation queen, okay? Because of my fear of drawing. So now that's something that I'm taking on. And I'm sorry if I sound stuffy, you guys. I have allergies. Oh my god. So with this, I'm just practicing doing the French on the toes, moving the nail around, really trying to curve the nail and make it look cohesive and as nice as I can because y'all, I gotta work on this. Give me a few more tries, y'all. About 10 to 20 more practice sessions, and I feel like we gonna have it down in the bag. So this is the final look. I did all the other nails, and I'm top coating it and everything. And y'all, I think this is a 7 out of 10. I don't think it was bad. This was a great practice session, and we should do more of these. Like, what do you guys feel like you got to practice on? But we're going to do another set, and I'm also going to be trying to do like little designs, like drip designs, little stuff like that, just to kind of see what I could do with the toes. And then when I have some live models, I'll definitely show you guys. I'm just not prepared yet. I'm just practicing a little bit more, probably 2 or 3 more times. Then I'm going to start taking clients and models. And also, y'all, I want to get models so that I can practice acrylic toe. So I feel like I'm going to do like a $50 acrylic toe special for models just so that I could clean out the nail and apply the acrylic just to get that practice. It won't include like a pedicure or anything like that. It'll just be for the acrylic toes with French, maybe, I think. But look at that, y'all. The nails are flat. It's not lumpy and bumpy. That's what we like. So I'm adding the cuticle oil, and y'all, that nail being cricket is throwing me. So I'm gonna see you guys next time. Comment down below how you think I did, and we might do a drip design or a chrome design next. So I'll see you guys next time. Love y'all. Bye.